we started first with a circus clown, essentially, as a president, right, with Trump. And now we have like a hypnotist that's come in there with these coal black eyes and like, and he hypnotized the population. And you could see that with the post-Trump news slump. The post-Trump news slump continues online. Traffic has declined at leading news sites almost every month since January peak and from a year ago. Latest figures from ComScore. And they showed catastrophe for almost all media outlets. Washington Post down 30%, New York Times down over 30%. We have some down 50, 60% in their traffic from the all-time peak of Trump era and now down. So that was the clown show. The people liked it. Now the people, the population's being hypnotized by the coal black eyes, right?
Yeah. So we had the freak show of the Trump years in all of its glory, followed by the hypnotist of Joe Biden, who's kind of involuntarily putting the nation to sleep with his black, cold, dead eyes and utterances that are filtered through some kind of incomprehension screen. And the media, unfortunately, is not getting the audience that they need to survive. So this is leading to a Soviet Union-style collapse, because if you take spectacle out of the U.S., there's nothing left, right? It's like taking the bureaucracy out of the Soviet Union. Once the bureaucracy collapsed, the Soviet Union collapsed. With America, it doesn't work on a bureaucracy. It works on the spectacle industry. So everything is this outrageous spectacle, and it's covered by the spectacle news. And so when you remove the spectacle, you essentially are doing a rug pull. There's nothing left there. You know, the curtain falls, and it's just an empty theater, and there's nobody in the audience, and so there's no economy, sadly.
You like the Soviet Union. My particular thing, I like to compare it to the Roman Empire, because it does seem like, you know, we had the Senate, we had the emperor, we had the army, we had the Praetorian Guard, we had the bread and circuses, we had a vast expanse extending all over. They had their Roman roads, we have the internet that we extended throughout the world, and thus information was allowed to travel through, and heretical information was allowed to travel down those roads. So when I look at this, I look at the fact that, you know, when the empire starts to retreat, when it starts to lose power at the edge, that's when all of the spectacle arrives. The Romans, of course, left. You could go to Rome today and see all the amazing architecture and buildings and, you know, the all sorts of stuff that they created there, right? But the U.S. will have, like, you know, we were the greatest show on earth. It was genuinely the greatest spectacle, the greatest show on earth. But unless you were there, you don't remember it. Like, you know, if you didn't go to Woodstock, you can't really know how amazing it was or how bad it was. Like, you had to have been at the show to have seen it and believed it.
Right, unless you were in America during its 240-year existence, you would really have no memory of it, right? If you can remember it, then you weren't really there, because there's nothing left behind except some landfills filled with some collector Nike trainers that for some reason, sold for thousands of dollars.
You know, we have the spectacle, and we have the circuses, certainly. We even, to the point where we elected a clown president who was a reality TV star. He was like one of the gladiators in the spectacle that we call television, reality television. They even called it, in a very comical sort of spectacle manner. But then, of course, the bread, we've seen the remarkable stimulus checks, credit, QE, all sorts of stuff being thrown around. Joe Biden says his multi-trillion-dollar spending plans will reduce inflation in the years ahead. So this is that sort of hypnotism that happens, and you just keep on looking into my eyes. Just keep looking in there. All this spending will actually reduce inflation.